What's up, y'all? This is Ra Bey and Ra Bey of Trill Alchemy, and I bring true transformation to real people. I'm sorry that last video cut out, but I'm here for you tonight, and we're gonna talk about sleeping with the enemy and the lessons I have learned from my biggest haters. The topic is, are you fucking your biggest hater? Okay. And so I'm just gonna give y'all a little taste of this because this is something that I have experienced and is very, very near and dear to me. And one of the things that when I was going through my situation with my hater that was laying in the bed right next to me every night, right? And you reach out to some of these fluff healers, they want to tell you, hey, haters aren't real. Just ignore your haters. If you don't feed them any attention, then they won't exist in your reality. And I'm like, that is bullshit. Because I feel that haters serve a very, very valuable purpose. Okay, like I said, a lot of us are going through this. A lot of people be on here fronting like their relationships are so happy, but I know that when it's off camera, y'all fighting and fucking to make up, and that's really the extent of it, going to work and paying bills. And when you look at this person laying next to you, you don't get the warm and fuzzies. You know deep down inside of you that this person really ain't got your best interest at heart. So tonight on True Alchemy Radio, we're going to talk about the signs of what you can look for, how to recognize this. But I just want to talk right now how you leverage your haters in real life. Because everybody has haters. And if you don't have haters, then you need to be doing something to kind of gain some haters. Because number one, haters signify growth. Haters, really dark in here. Haters, let me try something real quick. No, that's wrong. Okay. Haters really only show up when you are in a period of growth and transition. This is my belief and this has been my experience. And if you think about, just even with metaphysics, if you think about alchemy, in order for an alchemical process, in order for magic and transmutation to happen, there has to be tension, okay? There has to be tension. And so for me, what I use my haters for is first to recognize, and I'm in a season of growth. When haters show up in abundance, I know that, hey, there is something that I'm supposed to be leaving behind. And typically, the haters are at the stage that you're leaving behind. They're the ones that are right here, and you might be up here, and they reaching up to hold you back. But see, without them, without that tension, then you would never feel the pressure. Stephen said, yes, they were haters, but he used to, oh, why you getting hated on, Stephen? Let us know. Let's work through that tonight. But without that tension, back to what I was saying, without that tension, you would never really have the motivation, the impetus to move on to that next level, okay? But a lot of people get tricked by haters, okay? Number one, there's a lot of rhetoric out there that says your haters are gonna be something that's totally different from you. Your haters are gonna look opposite of you. Your haters are going to eat opposite of you. Your haters are going to believe opposite of you, and that's bullshit. Most of the time, your haters are the people that are closest to you. And the reason for this is that every relationship is a mirror. So again, when you have somebody in close proximity that is hating on you, that is keeping you from reaching that next level, that is trying to convince you that your dream is not something that you need to do, that is trying to keep you from taking the next jump spiritually, keep you from getting the next job. And let me tell you, hate shows up on many levels. Tonight, we're going to talk about the 5 levels of the hater, especially the ones that you're sleeping with. And they range from low-level hate all the way up to a straight-up enemy. And on our first True Alchemy Radio show, Kim Brisbane, who's going to be on tonight, said that, a hater is just going to hate. So a hater is just going to try to stop you from making your next move. A hater is kind of like a tripping hazard, like a speed bump, right? They're going to try to slow you down from making that next move. But an enemy is somebody that's trying to take your money, okay? So, like I said, They're trying to take food out of your mouth. They're trying to inhibit your ability to provide for your children. So tonight, we're gonna talk about it from the full range, from the low-level hater all the way up to the full-blown enemy. Because I promise you, you are in relationships. Some of you are in relationships with people along this spectrum. Now, I had a relationship like that, and it showed up when I was in a major season of growth. And the way it showed up was that, you know, I was trying to make things happen, trying to get things done, and this person had resources that really, really could have helped me. And I'm the type of person where if I'm in a relationship with you, you got whatever I have. Whatever is mine is yours. But you know, this person felt that if I was going to use his resources, now mind you, I'm sleeping with this man every night. I'm giving him this good every night. He's getting the best of me. And a lot of you are in this situation and don't really recognize it for what it is, or refuse to recognize it for what it is. But when I would try to use this man's resources, he would like try to charge me like money that's coming out of our household together. He was like, nah, you're gonna have to break me off. And he knew that I wasn't in a position to do that, but that was his way of putting a stumbling block in front of me. And so when we look at this, it boils down to like one key denominator, one common denominator that these haters carry. You know, it's really a lack of self-esteem, and we're going to talk about that tonight. So I want to hear from you guys. Have any of you guys ever dealt with a hater? Have any of you ever slept with a hater? Or any of you think that you might be sleeping with a hater right now? You might not want to admit it publicly like that, but just, you know, give me a 2 if you can relate to this, because I know that I'm not the only one. So tonight, you know, we're going to be looking at it from an astrological perspective. We're going to be looking at what signs are most inclined to be haters. There are some astrological markers, like straight up, that show up in charts, where you can be like, oh, okay, in a relationship, this person gonna have these tendencies. Patrice says yes, she has. LaDonna says yes, she has. Okay, Johnny said yes, he has. Y'all can understand. And these are the relationships that are hardest to break through, because what ends up happening is they end up playing with your self-esteem and manipulating your mind so much that you start believing the bullshit. You start buying into the hate that they're feeding you. When you start questioning yourself, you start questioning your ability, you start questioning what you know you believe in. Stephen said yes, he has. And so in order to not get caught up in that trap, you have to use them as leverage. You have to recognize that they only show up when you're in a season of growth, when you're ready to take that next step, and you don't get caught up in the emotions of the hate. Tonight, Kim Brisbane is going to talk a lot about dealings over feelings, okay? So when you put your dealings first, then when haters show up, you know, hey, it's just straight business. I appreciate that reflection, right? And now I know what to do with it. Okay, so tonight I want all of y'all to tune in. Let me see if there's anything else. Let's see, those were in our insecure bastards. Absolutely insecure, Steven, you said it. But you know, that's what you're dealing with. And I hate to say it, and I want to hear from the brothers on this, because like I can only offer a one-sided approach, but I really do see it a lot with the men hating on the women. And if I got that wrong, I want y'all to let me know. But if, you know, like I see it a lot with my clients, you know, people that come to me for advice. It's a lot of the men hating on the women. And so tonight we're going to explore that a little bit too. Why is it showing up so prevalently? I mean, you have men that are literally killing women and children that do not want to be with them. That wasn't happening 20 years ago. So what is it that's going on that is triggering this hate on these deep and profound levels for people that we are supposedly loving, people that we are supposedly, you know, grinding with, in the trenches with? I really want to know. We're really going to explore that. Hey, Joy, peace, what's up? So, Mitches, absolutely. So, tonight, tune in to Trill Alchemy Radio, y'all. I just wanted to come on here and just give y'all a little preview of what's going to be going down tonight. Hey, if you are a fan of the show, just, you know, put a hashtag Trill Alchemy Radio. LaDonna, I know you check us out faithfully, and we appreciate you. But, you know, let the people know a little bit of what they can get. Like, we come with the real. We don't bring no fluff. We don't bring no chaser. It's straight raw, uncut. It's that dope. But there's also a very healing element to it, but it's definitely not love and light. So we're going to be talking about the haters. Johnny said the women have the strongest force, just like the queen on the chessboard, the most powerful piece. Real men respect that. Real men do respect that. Real men stand on their square and will see a queen and help her make that next move. But a sucker is gonna hate, because a sucker know that he can't make that move. A sucker is gonna be intimidated by her making that move. A sucker is gonna be scared that if she make that move, that she gonna leave that nigga on the board with the pawn, okay? So, right. If you want, what up fam, what's up Ricky? So the conversation is definitely not for suckers, but if you want to get out of that sucker shit, then you need to check us out on Trill Alchemy Radio, because that's what we do. We transform suckers into the real. So anyway family, I just wanted to drop that on y'all. My camera is all messed up. I don't even know where to look now because this shit's been flipped around. But let's see. Steve said, well, Mitch's, like he said, right, Mitch's. Okay, so anyway, I appreciate y'all. Check us out, Trill Alchemy Radio. The link is in the post. That's 9 p.m. Eastern in a few hours. I'm about to go take my pre-show nap so I can be energized and we can bring y'all that real tonight. Peace.